A while ago, I mentioned in a video on my dream channel, which I end up having to do the channel over again because YouTube decided to delete my channel. The more I think about it, the reason why YouTube deleted that channel was because my dreams were revealing things that I had no knowledge of that was already happening. Like, for example, Hillary Clinton being in Haiti. But I created another video, another channel, another dream channel. And I'm going to put the link on the bottom. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the link to that video on the bottom, and then you can go to that channel and check it out for yourself. And don't forget to subscribe. But I just want to make a quick video on necromancy. That's communicating with the dead. Now, there's a lot of people that have loved ones that have passed away that they miss, that they would love to hear their voice again. There's people that have had dreams and visions of loved ones that passed away, and the dead appear to try communicating with those that are still alive. And then you have people that try to communicate with the dead via tarot cards, Ouija boards, and even doing what Saul did in the Bible. Yes, there are accounts in the Bible where Saul had inquired with a witch to bring Samuel back from the grave. Now, there are people that question whether or not it's possible to talk to people that have died and passed on. But I just can't see living this life with emotions, with thoughts, with creativity, with everything that comes along with being a human being. I don't see you just one day closing your eyes, never waking up again for that energy that was controlling you to be done forever. Now, there are references in the Bible where it talks about necromancy and soothsaying, witches and warlocks and things of that nature, but God condemned those things. And not only do God condemn those things, but people put themselves in a very dangerous position by trying to call dead people back from the grave. Now, is it possible? I personally believe that it is possible. But I also believe, too, that maybe 95, 99.9% of the time, you're not talking to your dead loved one. You're not talking to a dead loved one. You may be talking to someone that passed away, that's trapped between worlds, that have not moved on, that's still trying to live, or may feel they have things to complete in this life, and they will attach themselves to you or to your family. And then you have a great chance, or even greater chance, to open yourself up to demonic possessions. Now, according to 1 Samuel 28 and 15, I'm going to read a portion of that scripture, and you guys can go back and read it for yourself if you choose to. But I'm going to try not to be on this video too long. And Samuel said to Saul, "Why have you disturbed me?" Now, what Saul did was consult a witch. He disguised himself because he felt that God left him. God stopped speaking to him. God turned his back on him. So he felt there was no hope for him. So he consulted a witch to call Samuel back from the grave to get some type of advice. And it says, and Samuel said to Saul, why have you disturbed me to bring me up? Now, this is when Samuel came back from the grave, so it wasn't a demon that came back, and it wasn't a spirit that's trapped between worlds, but this was Samuel that came back from the grave. So this tells me that it's possible to speak to someone that had died and passed on from this world. It's quite dangerous to do that. And there is a cost to doing that. In this life and in the life to come, there's a price that you will pay. And Samuel said to Saul, why have you disturbed me to bring me up? And Saul answered, so they're communing back and forth, I am much distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God has departed from me, and answers me no more, neither by prophets, nor by dreams. Therefore, I have called you, that you may make known unto me what I shall do. Now, you can go back and read 1 Samuel, the 28th chapter, to find out what happened afterwards. But there is a price that you will pay for calling back the dead. Because the dead, or the entity or spirit you use to consort with the dead, is not doing it for free. There's nothing free in this world, nor in the world to come. Now, I had a dream a while ago, and I posted it on that dream channel, when my father or someone else was trying to contact me from the dead. I'm going to put that link on the bottom and you guys check it out. But that was one of the videos that YouTube ended up removing for whatever reason. Okay. But when it comes to communicating with the dead, yes, it is possible. But there's a price behind it. And not only is there a price behind it, there's a greater chance that you might not contact your loved one, but you will contact a demonic being. You will contact someone that's malicious, someone that might end up possessing you, haunting your home, or even possessing your children, especially if you are a woman that's carrying a child in the womb. If you are pregnant and you're dabbling into tarot cards, you calling yourself a witch, or you're mating with someone that's calling himself a warlock or voodoo priestess, anyone that's tampering and dabbling into the dark arts, your child that's in your womb is at risk. The child that's in your womb is at risk because your child is sharing every emotion that you have, every thought that you have, everything that's going on within your body. Your child is sharing that with you. They taste the food that you eat, the feelings when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling angry, when you're feeling happy. Your child is sharing with those emotions. So when you're dabbling into the unseen and consulting witches, warlocks, or even trying to contact the dead yourself, you are opening your child up to be possessed. But when it comes to necromancy and you're trying to contact the dead or communicate back and forth with the dead, it's a very, very, very dangerous thing for you to do. And I will not and would not recommend that to anyone. I highly recommend you touch not, handle not, because you are opening yourself up, especially in the world that we're living in today. Too many people have already opened themselves up to demonic entities. And they're calling it mental issues. The majority of the people that they say have mental issues don't have mental issues. They have a spiritual issue. Whereas they or maybe their parents have opened them up to demonic possession, and you're being demonically oppressed. So if you're trying to talk to a dead loved one, it's a human thing to miss your loved one. I miss my grandfather. I was just thinking about my grandfather and my grandmother yesterday. I mean, I used to always go by and just talk to them, ask some questions, you know. But I miss them. I miss my father. But I know they have passed on. And they live through me. They live through my sisters. They live through my brother. They live through my mother. Right? But I will never, in a million years, in a million lifetimes, I would never try to contact them, because I know that number one, it's an abomination before the Most High, and number two, is extremely dangerous. And 9 times out of 10, you won't contact them, but you will contact a malicious, evil, demonic energy that in time you will regret. And you know what? Some people become so demonically oppressed that they don't regret calling that demon, because that demon will deceive them and manipulating them into thinking that they are doing them a great service. They will be manipulated into believing that the demon is doing them a favor. And they will end up falling in love with the demon, not realizing that the love they feel they have for this demon is deceptive. You have no idea how many women that have claimed to have been raped or sexually molested by evil spirits. Some of these women had even gotten to the place where they started expecting it to happen. They wanted this demon to come and seduce them. They wanted to be seduced by this dead entity that, in no doubt, is demonic energy. Now, there's people that may not believe that. They don't believe it. But just because you don't believe it don't mean it's not true. There's people that have demonic experiences all the time, but they pass it off as, well, I got a ghost in the house. They're sarcastic about it. And they don't think twice about it, but then you wonder why your child is acting up the way they are. See, so when communicating with the dead, you're playing a very dangerous thing. Touch not, handle not. Don't even attempt or even think about doing it. So I'm going to put a link to that dream video I had on the bottom. Guys, check it out. Check out the other dreams on that channel. Subscribe. Until next time, I'm fearless.